Hi YouTube, it's Kathy and I'm here with my friend Sophie.
Hi.
And we actually just filmed a collab on her channel, her very first one, and I'm so excited that I was your first collab. I'm really actually so excited. We did a makeup tag and she did my makeup and she did a beautiful job, so thank you.
I hope.
I think you did a beautiful job and I think that's basically all that matters.
Thank you.
So we figured that for my channel, we would talk about just the process of doing collaborations since it was her very first one, and just talk about that process a little bit. Since this was your very first collaboration, how do you feel about how the process of it went down? What do you think about what we just did?
It was so fun and it was so smooth and easy to coordinate. And actually we had to change plans at the last minute and we found a perfect place to film anyway. And it was so exciting because it's like a dream coming here to meet people and then filming my first collab video. It all was so smoothly and it was super fun.
Yeah, I'm so glad that I reached out because initially I reached out to Sophie to do a collab, one because I knew we were going to be at BookNet Fest together. We're actually on the same panel in a matter of hours when we're filming this. I'm very excited. But you are constantly posting really beautiful photos of the makeup you've done for your videos. I'm just like, can you please do that to me? Because I do not have that skill and I want it on my face. And I'm so glad that you said yes because this looks great.
Of course. How would I say no? Nobody had ever asked me to do that before.
Really?
It was such an honor, and I was super excited that you asked me. Yeah. So thank you.
Yay! It just goes to show that you should reach out to people that you want to work with, and the worst that's going to happen is they don't have time or they say they can't. Like, that's it.
Yeah, I was never going to say no or something.
Yeah. Like, as long as you have the time to fit something in, perfect. And then, yeah, how did you feel about how we kind of figured out the scheduling of it?
It was so easy.
Yeah, it's like, are you a morning person? Can we do this in the morning before things start?
Yeah,
yes, okay.
It's simple. It's not as scary or you don't get as nervous as you think you would. It's just like meeting a normal person and getting to know a normal person.
Yeah.
It's so relaxed and so nice.
Now that you've got your first collab under your belt, do you think that you're going to reach out to other people to...
Definitely. Definitely, I would love to do that. I would love to meet more booktubers and make more videos with other people. It's definitely going to be such a great experience when I'm able to do that more frequently.
Yeah, and the thing is, especially with coming to something like this where you know there's going to be a bunch of people that do what you do, because we're at BookNet Fest, it's so great to actually be able to sit down with them in person, because a lot of the collaborations I've done have been long distance collabs. So I'll ask people to answer certain questions or like give me a little bit of a discussion on a theme or something like that.
Like appearing in, I for example have filmed small clips for other people's like compilations.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is fun to put together, but it's a different experience at all.
Not the
yeah.
same. You get to meet the person actually and talk to them for a while, and then the whole behind the scenes thing that. Of course, not everything that you will say will appear on the video because it will be 20 minutes long, like a half an hour long.
Too long.
But while you're setting up the camera, you just get to talk and chat, and it's so nice.
Yeah, I really like being able to sit down because there is something fun in being like, hey, I would like a video of a bunch of people talking about whatever subject. But it's not the same as having a conversation. It's good to get that type of information, and I like when people have answered a specific question for me for whatever that purpose is, but it's definitely not the same experience at all.
I personally have always felt that when I'm in conversations one-on-one, actually talking face-to-face alone with someone, that's when I develop the strongest bond with that person, and that's my favorite thing to do when I want to get to know someone and when I meet new people so that I can become friends with them. Because I don't usually do that well in big groups or in large groups of people. I just feel like we're all wandering around and I get lost and I'm not able to connect with the others as much. But when you're face to face, it's so much easier, so much better.
Yeah, I'm the same. Like if there's more than 5 people in conversation, because that's about the point where people will split off into side conversations, and then I always find myself in the middle, and then I'm like, which conversation should I follow? Which one's better? Oh my goodness, I don't. And then you're just not in either conversation.
Exactly.
Yeah. What kind of collaborations do you think you'd like to do in the future?
I just watched one that was a challenge, and it was about the infinite book challenge. So we had to say book titles. The one that forgot a title or blanked first lost. So that would be great for a group collab video to get more people into it. And that would be so much fun to do too. I would love to do that. But I don't know. I really don't know which type of collabs other than that to do. I think that games are so fun, but also discussions are like the way to get to know the other person better.
Yeah. And just like picking out a topic. Like I find it actually like my biggest problem is like I want to work with people and then I'm like, but what do
we say?
Exactly. What framing device do we put on the video? Like what are we going to talk about?
Because it also has to be interesting for the people watching.
Exactly. Hopefully people will watch it. That's why you put them on the internet. Yeah, it's picking like a topic that fits the person you're talking to.
And also like doing a bit of prep work. It can be so relaxed and it can be so easy and flow, but when you have a small guide that tells you which way to go in the conversation, especially when you're in front of a camera, and otherwise you'll have to be cutting everything out.
Yeah, exactly.
It's good to have like a small guide, some preset questions, pre-thought things.
Yeah, exactly. Just knowing kind of in what direction you want to take it without it being like completely cut and dried. Like I really enjoy that you brought up the questions for the makeup tag instead of us just trying to be like, what do we do now? Like it gave us a structure and I really appreciate that.
But anyway, as we were filming it, I realized that while I was doing your makeup, like questions kept popping into my mind.
Exactly.
So we had a lot of more questions besides the one that were in the tag.
Exactly.
So it was a good combination of the two because I had planned stuff but also impromptu.
Exactly, because there's always going to be something that comes up in the middle or you'll be like, oh, I have this funny story, and it won't necessarily make it into the video, but that's how you get to know and connect with people. Yeah. Yay, I'm so happy I was your first collab. So go and check out Sophie doing my makeup over on her channel because she's amazing, and also subscribe to her because she's fantastic. And we're gonna go register for BookNet Fest and go meet a bunch of people and go do panel things.
I can't wait to meet everyone. I can't wait to see people.
I'm so excited. All right, okay, we're busy.
Bye.